Hi everybody, it's Lisa again. I just wanted to give you a couple of tips about using the whiteboard and some ways to, preserve or keep the different comments and drawings and collaboration you've had with students if you're using the whiteboard, and also some alternatives to the whiteboard that help you to preserve what it is that you've shared with the students. So let's go to the whiteboard tool first. We of course go down here to share content, click on share content, and share a blank whiteboard. So when you share the whiteboard, most of you know by now we have these lovely draw tools up here. They're great, and we can draw on this board. We can move things around. I might have my students come and add something to it. So they might say, okay, student A. I might want them to collaborate. I might draw a cell. I teach biology and I'd say, here's the nucleus. Can you tell me what's next to that? And then a student would come in and draw something else, and they might say, okay, well, here's the endoplasmic reticulum. And they would label it like that. So I'm interacting with my students directly on the whiteboard. Now, if I go to share an application and say, okay, so now let's go back to the PowerPoint, and I go to share an application, or I go to share a Chrome tab. Let's go share a Chrome tab. We'll go here and say I have them watch a video. Then they watch a video and I come back to my board. So now my video is going to be showing in here. When I go back to share my whiteboard, everything I drew is gone. And many of you have asked, how do I preserve that? How do I keep that? I want to keep that because I want to continue with the conversation or the engagement I was currently having. So let's draw again just to have something on here. So I'm going to draw my cell. Oops, pick my tool here. I'm going to draw my cell and I say, here's my nucleus. And I would say, okay, Sally, with the color red, would you please tell me where the endoplasmic reticulum would be located in relation to the nucleus? And so she may draw that over here and say, okay, this is where the ER is. And I may ask another student to draw something else. Now, after showing this, I may say, okay, now I want to show a video on the function of that particular organelle in the cell. And then we'll come back to the whiteboard and we'll add to it. Now, the problem you have, of course, is if you go to share something, as you saw, your whiteboard gets deleted. So to save your whiteboard, you can screen capture it. So I use a Mac. So in a Mac, I select the snip tool. So you can use the snip tool. I select capture. It grays out my screen, and it allows me to then choose what it is that I'm going to capture. So I come here and I select my white screen, and I select save. So now my whiteboard has been saved. I can then go to my share files tool, and the students, I would allow them to share that application while they're watching whatever video it is. I would then upload that whiteboard. So now I'm going to go to my my downloads file. That's where my screen captures save, and I believe this is the file I want. I'm now going to save this. Since it saves it as an image, I can then drag my image in here. And once the students have finished watching the video, I can now share that file, and I'm back to my whiteboard and I have the drawing tools available to me. So this is a nice option if you're trying to build something on the whiteboard. I can then draw on this. Let's select a new color just so we know. So I can select this, draw on this board, and do the same thing and just keep adding it as layers to my existing screen. I keep this whiteboard, and now I can share that file up here, and I can keep doing the same thing over and over again, and that allows me to then if I go back here, I share something else, share an application. So that's going to get rid of my document. So now my document is here. When I go back to my share files, I can add that snip. And now I have a copy of the whiteboard that I used. So this allows me to continue adding layer upon layer and just keep track of the numbers. It's always going to be the lowest one, the one on the bottom. And that allows me to keep building on my Blackboard and still be able to draw on it and to allow my students to draw on it for greater engagement. I hope that's been helpful. If you need help on how to do screen captures in a Mac, it is using the snip tool. You can go to your Launchpad and just type in snip or SN and it'll pop up the snip tool for you. If you are in a Windows or Mac, you go to the, in a Windows machine, you'll go to the, I believe it's the menu tool, and it's called Snippet. It's a tool that's in Windows, and you can do the exact same thing that I just did here. The other option is to just do an entire screen capture, and then you can share that on there as well. So whichever tool works for you, but if you want to continue using your whiteboard and be able to build on top of it, this is a really great way to not lose what it is that you're trying to share with your students. So again, I hope that was helpful, and if you have any more questions, keep them coming. Good luck tomorrow.